Oh, hello. Kevin and I are just going on a fun little trip to pick up some new baby goats. Now, okay, you're probably thinking, what are you doing, DaNelle? Because you already have a lot of goats. And that is true, but Kevin wants more.
Babies don't count.
Yeah, babies don't count. So basically what happened is I was on the list for a buckling out of Tua Farms for a couple years, and it just so happened that I was moved up the list and I had an opportunity to snag this really awesome buck out of Tua Farms, Best Doe Greta, and I just couldn't pass it. Now I know we already have 2 bucks, I know, but I have a plan, guys. You have to trust me, I have a plan. And then also a fun little other surprise kind of presented its way to us.
It was really close by.
It was really close by for the transporter to pick up this other little doeling. And this doeling comes from Johnson Family Farmstead. She's out of their Best Doe, Mavis, and she is amazing. I mean, like, amazing. So anyway, there's a lot more to talk about their lines and genetics and all the fun little surprises, but we gotta go pick them up. So let's go get them first and you can see what they look like. All right, there they are. Oh, he looks so good.
All right, you ready to go?
Okay. All right, there's our boy. He looks so good. You are so. I know. Where is this place?
Gotta say hi.
Go on in there.
I know. All right.
Oh my goodness. Oh.
Hi.
Oh my goodness. Hello. You're so pretty. Guys, look how good he looks.
He's really good.
Yeah, look at those withers. Look how wide he is. Wow. And look how good she looks too.
Yeah, she looks good.
She does, right? Look how pretty she is, huh?
Are you still on a bottle? You look
Yeah,
big.
he is on a bottle, but he doesn't need it.
Want this? I'm gonna pet you too. Have to get pet.
He's massive for his age. He's the same age as Olive's.
Really? Like Blair in them?
Uh-huh. Oh yeah, put it in that net thing. So you can put the hay on the ground and then kind of untwist that thing and open it up.
Yeah, you're stuck. Why'd you do that?
Uh-oh, he went back there. She looks so good. Look at her. Is this a new place? Huh? So they're both Chamois, but they're not related at all in any way. Isn't that funny?
They look like brother and sister.
They do. They both gotta go potty. It was a long trip. Thanks to Sunday for sponsoring today's video. We've always struggled a little bit with our front lawn. I know most of our focus has always been on our fruits and veggies, and because of that, our lawn has a ton of like thorny weeds and things that don't make it very fun to sit in. But I want to enjoy my nice front yard orchard that I've worked so hard for without having too many harsh ingredients that are gonna affect my fruit trees. So I feel like Sunday is the perfect solution for that. Sunday is an annual subscription that provides all of the lawn care products you need, from fertilizer to weed control to planting seeds. And the coolest part is that it's customized depending on your region and climate and soil levels. You guys have heard me talk about nurturing the soil for the last 7 years we've been doing YouTube, but it's actually really important even for your lawn to have the soil nurtured with the right amount of nutrients so that everything stays nice and green and beautiful. Another cool thing is that they use really simple ingredients like seaweed and iron and even molasses. So there are no harsh ingredients. So here's how it works. You go to their website and you type in your address. It's gonna immediately start a lawn analysis, and then you'll get a customized lawn care plan in like seconds. Everything you need will get sent to your doorstep. Then you'll just attach the ready-to-use nutrient pouches to your hose and spray it, and in about 15 minutes you're done. You'll continue to receive customized lawn treatments throughout the year so that you don't have to put that on your calendar and run to the store and remember to do all of that. So I'm excited this year because we're gonna have a nice, beautiful green orchard in the front yard, and then also nice green grass and not a bunch of weeds. Head to getsunday.com/weedemandreap now and get 20% off with code WEEDEM20. Okay, now that the babies are settled in, I can give you guys my ultimate plan. First off, let's start with the bucks. Now, Zorro needs to thicken up. We all know that. I think Napoleon's been taking some of his food, but also I just don't think he's a very voracious eater. And I don't know if his one daughter that we retained, Raven, has her width from her mom only, Tilly, from her dam, or from Zorro as well. So in the meantime, we're gonna give Zorro a little break. We're gonna let him fatten up and have a nice summer of just focusing on eating lots of food. Napoleon, we've saved 3 of his babies. They're all right next to me here. We've got Blair, we've got, who is this? Dolly, and then we've got little Reba down here. So we've got 3 of Napoleon babies already, and before I breed him again, I would like to see these babies grow up and see what their udders look like. So I've decided to go ahead and let Napoleon go to my friend who is going to use him and breed him this year. So Napoleon will take a fun little trip a few hours away, and then in the meantime we have our newest little buckling who we named Finnick. I don't know if we love the name Finnick more or the movie Hunger Games more, but it just seemed like it fit him and we thought it would be funny. So I've known about this buckling coming for a couple months, but then just recently, literally a few days ago, I was talking with Jennifer from Johnson Family Farmstead. They have a YouTube channel and they're into showing goats, and they have just a really amazing goat that I have envied. And it is their doe, Mavis. She's a superior genetics doe, so she's in the top 15% of the country as far as genetics go. And she has a beautiful, well-attached, high-attached udder. So when Jennifer told me that she would possibly sell her doeling to me, I was like, I just jumped at the chance. So even though I wasn't planning on bringing new blood in, and I said for a long time, we're just gonna focus on these little doelings that we have right here, I just couldn't miss this opportunity. So it's so funny because they both look really similar, but they're not related at all in any way. And they come from just 2 really great lines that I'm excited to bring to our farm. So we have a lot of goats right now. But as you guys know, throughout the year, we're raising up a lot of babies to make better decisions on who we're gonna actually breed out of later on. So I know you guys all love little Dolly here, and she is a sweet. Are you Dolly? Yeah, she's Dolly. Had to check. Had to see the black spots. She is beautiful. She's very sweet. She's also very loud, like her mama. She has beautiful body structure, so does her sister Reba. So I'm really excited about them. And so we're raising up babies, but we're not really sure who is going to actually stay. So this is a fun experiment for me. Hopefully it's fun for you guys. It's fun for me to raise up different babies and pay really close attention to their body structures and what is the ideal sort of body type that I think is healthiest for goats. You see a lot of information online, but I have sort of like theories about what I think is the best, healthiest goat. So this newest little doeling that we got, her name is going to be Prim. We just thought, hey, let's go with the Hunger Games theme, and it just seems like it suits her. So that's Primrose Everdeen over there. We're just calling her Prim. She's like going right for the hay here, so she's settling in fine. I had to wet both of them down and put a little bit of rubbing alcohol on their backs so that they can cool down, since of course today is like the hottest day of the year. We're like hitting 105 today, and they're both coming from the Pacific Northwest, which is cool, a lot cooler than 105. But I think they'll do fine. Goats are really hardy animals, and we're just gonna watch them. It'll cool down here in a couple days, so if we can make it through the next couple days, then we'll be good. If you want to look more into the genetics of the 2 new babies we brought here, I put them on my herd website, so you can look into all of the different lines on their actual pedigrees and see what all those represent. But for those of you that like to geek out at stuff like that, she is so funny. So I'm really excited. It'll be really fun to see all these different genetics. And oh, I forgot to mention, the funniest part is that little Prim, her sire, so her dad, is actually Braun, who is out of Blue Cactus's May. So Jennifer from Johnson Family Farmstead purchased Braun all the way from Blue Cactus in Arizona as a little baby. He was the adorable buckling out of May, shipped him all the way up there, and then bred him with her doe Mavis, and now we've got a little lookalike May over here. She's a full chamois, beautifully perfect. So it's so funny because we got like Arizona genetics mixed with Oregon genetics and then brought it back here to Arizona. But I've always wanted a doeling out of May, and so this is sort of a perfect mix. So that's my plan, guys. That's my plan. I'm sticking to it. I'm going for it. And we're gonna have a fun year raising up a lot of baby goats and seeing how their genetics play out as they get older. I just have 2 blackberry bushes in the front yard, but look how many berries are on them. It is just filled with berries. That is the most blackberries we've ever had. We've got to make something with these. I love blackberries, but they are so full of seeds. Like way too many seeds, and I can't stand it. So today we're gonna make some blackberry crumble bars. I've never made bars before. I've always made pies or hand pies or galettes. So today we're trying something new, but I have to take out these seeds because they're the worst. So today I'm sort of experimenting, and I'm just gonna take you guys along with me. I'm gonna start by cooking down the blackberries. We'll get them to extract all the juices we can. I'll mash them a bit and basically bring it to a boil for a few minutes. Next, we're gonna strain those seeds out and get as much of the juice as possible. I mean, come on, look at all those seeds. Look at all those seeds. Ridiculous. All right, so now we have our juice. It doesn't look too appetizing, but we're gonna make it into sort of a thickened jam consistency, or at least that's what I'm thinking. So I'll add the juice back into the pot, and I'm gonna add some sugar, a little bit of a cornstarch slurry so that it thickens up, and then a bit of lemon juice. When it starts to boil, the cornstarch is gonna get activated, and so everything will start to thicken. And it was at this point that I realized I needed a little bit more of that cornstarch slurry. So I mixed up some cornstarch and water and added that, and it turned out perfectly. I wanted it to coat a spoon and be thick enough so that it has sort of a jam, chewy texture when they're in the bars. When you're making a crumble, you're basically making a pie crust, except you won't add the water. So we'll do flour, sugar, salt, a little bit of baking powder, and then the butter. I always start to use a pastry cutter and then realize I hate using pastry cutters, so I'll just use my hands instead. And once it gets to a nice little pea-sized consistency, we're gonna add 1 egg to this whole mixture. I'll take half of the mixture, smush it down into the pan, pour over that lovely blackberry sauce, and then top it with the rest of the crumble. And then we bake and hope for the best. Oh my goodness. I think this is my new favorite way to make a quick pie because I don't really think you can mess it up. I had to let it cool completely, which was, it took a lot of willpower, but in the end, oh my goodness, you guys, this was amazing. And I'm so glad there's not one dang little seed in there. All right, guys, we are legit now. We've got our herd name t-shirts. We're getting ready to go to the next show, and that's the name of our herd, Wolf Tree Ranch. I kind of chose it like 13 years ago, so I probably would have chosen a cooler name now, but our last name's Wolford, so that's why I did Wolf. We like trees.
That's true.
Yeah, so
And wolves are really powerful, like Jacob. Really strong.
Yeah, totally. There's a Twilight reference there. That looks good. We have a big show coming up in a couple weeks, so we're getting ready to go. We've got to train the animals a little bit more. We've already been doing it for this whole month, just working with them, walking them, but the babies are gonna need the most work. And we've got to finish fixing up the trailer. There's a lot to do. So I'm excited to take you guys with us and see our first real legit show experience where we have more experience now and we're a little bit more competitive. So we'll see how we do. Thanks for joining us for today's video. We are going to have some fun stuff coming up. I don't want to give it away, but we've got fun things coming up. And in the meantime, if you want to go back and watch when we shipped in our new babies from last year, you can go ahead and click here.